Hi, welcome back to Watch It Played. My name is Rodney Smith. Before we continue our playthrough of Quantum, I just want to say a very big thank you to Diego Malo and Chaz Charlton, who did the animation and music and sound effects, respectively, for that fantastic Quantum intro that you saw in the last episode and you're about to see right now. There's some nice feedback that came through, and I just want to make sure that you guys realize this is their work, not mine, and they do a fantastic job every time we have a playthrough, coming up with these really cool, creative ways of just sort of capturing the feel of the game and putting it into animated form. So I'm really glad you guys have been enjoying it, and I'm always happy to have them helping me out. Well, when we come back, Luke will be here and we'll be continuing our playthrough of Quantum.
31 seconds, and we're going for auto sequence start.
All right, everyone, we're back, and we've been joined by
Luke Smith.
Also known as Mr. Starbuck.
And Major Malfunction.
Yes, that's right. And last time I was really living up to the name, but this time I'm going to turn things around. Do you think?
No.
Probably not, actually, because a great viewer suggestion came in for Luke from RedClaw87, and there was some discussion back and forth with some of the different viewers looking at maybe refining RedClaw's ideas. So I gave Luke RedClaw's pure suggestion and then also the follow-up suggestions. And what did you decide to do with it?
Mutate them together.
Yes, kind of use a little bit from both. So why don't we go to the table and we'll see what Luke has decided to do.
For my first action, I'm going to use the flagship to pick up the battle station.
Once again. And then what are you doing?
I'm going to move 1, 2, and drop.
Drop the battle station off. Now this is the point right now where I think things are going to change from RedClaw's original idea, because he was going to have you attack this ship here. But then Dylan wanted you to do something a little different.
This is what he wanted me to do. Move. Now, because I had the free action of the battle station,
Yes.
I'm going to attack.
And this is really nasty because this particular ship here is part of the 7 points I need to make up this planet to drop a quantum cube. So you're trying to interfere with that, and I don't like it. But now we have to roll the combat dice. Here, I'll roll my defense first. Ooh, I rolled a 1, so that gives me a 4. Luke, you go ahead and roll. Oh, a 4. So that's not very good for Luke because that means he has 5.
Wait.
Yes?
I have Cruel. Force opponent to re-roll.
Yes, Luke has a special ability which forces me to re-roll. I was hoping he'd forget. And, oh, wonderful. So now I'm at 6 and Luke's at 5, which is enough to destroy my ship. So I'm going to re-roll this ship. Oh, it became a 2. So that goes to my scrapyard. I'm going to take these dice away. And Luke, you have to decide. Do you want your battle station to move into this space or go back to where it was?
I'll go back to where it was.
All right. Well, Luke, your dominance now also goes up by 1. So that puts Luke's dominance at 3, and he still has another action left. What's it going to be?
I'm going to move the scout 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 5.
Just stopping there. And for good reason. Look at this. Now these two ships are both set up on this planet with a total of 8 in the orbital positions. He'll be able to construct a quantum cube in the next turn if I don't do something about it. Things are getting so desperate for me right now, and Luke's feeling bad. He's actually giving me suggestions when the camera's off. But I think I'm okay. I know what I want to do for this turn.
Do you?
I think so. So join me at the table and let's see if I can come up with something. Now, I wouldn't mind doing something aggressive here if I was feeling bold. I could use the warp ability of my destroyer, swap these 2 dice, and then have the frigate come around here and attack the scout. With the lower value, the odds of me winning are a little better, but the problem is Luke has that Cruel card, which could force me to re-roll, and I'm not sure that I want to risk that right now when he already has more quantum cubes on the table than I do. So I'm going to do the safe, boring thing. I'm going to move the destroyer over here next to this planet. So once again, I have 7 in value, and this is a number 7 planet. Now I can use my remaining 2 actions to drop a quantum cube, constructing one on this planet. Now I've got another difficult decision to make here. Because I constructed a quantum cube, I get to collect a card, and I've decided I want to take one of the commands. But which one? I don't really want to leave Warlike here for Luke. I think combined with his Cruel ability, that's going to be really nasty. But I also really want this Eager command. So I think in the end, I am going to take this, and hopefully I won't regret it later. So now we need to replace the command card that I took, and we've drawn Righteous. Now this one says that your dominance is not reduced when one of your ships is destroyed. Since I keep getting my ships destroyed, this would be great for me to have, except I never have any dominance to lose in the first place. Well, look, despite the early stages of this game, right now we are tied. So I'm not...
Well, I have 3 ships, you have 2.
That's a good point. That's a good point. And you're about to go. And that might put you ahead once again. In fact, I know it will because you've got 8 sitting around that central planet. All right, let's not put this off any longer. Let's go to the table and see what Luke does.
For my first and second action, I'm going to get a quantum cube.
All right, that's now been constructed on the central planet. Luke only has 2 more cubes he needs to place, and then he wins the game. Now you have a third action left over. What are you going to do next?
Next, I'm going to use the flagship to pick up the scout.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move here and drop the scout here.
Well, Luke, that was a great turn. Now it's time for you to collect a card.
Well, actually, no.
You got more things you want to do, don't you?
Yes.
I was afraid of that. Okay, so what's next?
Because of my scout, he had a
Yes.
free reconfigure, so I'm going to roll.
Ooh, you know what? I didn't even see that. Okay, that's good.
3.
I saw something else that I don't like. I'm guessing.
And
yes, here it comes.
the battle station will attack
Right.
for free.
Okay, well listen, I'll roll my defense once again. Ooh, a 4. That's kind of terrible. You probably won't need to make me re-roll that. No, you won't. So Luke, once again...
Destroyed your ship.
Yes. So I'm going to have to roll this. Oh, became a 3. So it's going to go to the scrapyard. Now remember, if you do a reconfigure action and end up rolling the same number again, you keep re-rolling until it's different. But when a ship's destroyed, you don't do that if you roll the same number. You just keep what you get. So Luke, are you going to stay there with the battle station or move back?
I'm going to move back.
All right. And Luke, your dominance now goes up to 4. You're dangerously close to a 6. But now I think your actions and free actions are finally done, right?
Yes, but I get a card. I've decided I want flexible.
All right. That kind of surprises me a little bit. I thought maybe you were going to take warlike, so I didn't even have to worry about that last time. We need to replace this card, though, and we have conformist. It says, if at the start of your turn, 2 or more of your ships on the map have the same number, take 1 extra action. That's kind of interesting. You know what else is interesting? Me figuring out what I'm going to do next. So join me at the table and let's find out. Now, if some of you were curious why I took the eager card, hopefully this turn is going to help illustrate what I was thinking. Because I can deploy for free, my flagship I'm going to put here in orbital position around this planet. Then I'm going to use its ability to transport this ship by picking it up and moving it here, and then dropping the 4 into this space. Now I'm going to use the free ability of the frigate to modify it and turn it into a 5. So now I have the exact number needed to construct a quantum cube with my remaining 2 actions. But that's not all. The great thing about eager is that it's not a once per turn ability. I can use it again and again, and I have another ship in my scrapyard, a destroyer. So I'm going to bring that out right now and place it in orbital position around this planet. That's going to end my actions. Now I get to take a card. This time I'm going to take the gambit called expansion, and then it gets replaced with another expansion card. There's multiple copies of several of the gambit cards in the deck, so that's not surprising. When you take a gambit, you resolve it and then immediately discard it. The expansion allows me to grab one of my 2 unused ships, roll it, and then place it out in one of my orbital positions. A 5 scares me a little bit because it's very weak against the ships that Luke currently has out, but I'm going to place it right here. Even though it's kind of far away from everything, being able to move diagonally means it can get across the board pretty quickly. Well, once again, it's time to turn things over to you and let you decide what Luke should do for his next turn. Hopefully we've left you with some interesting choices here. If you think you have a good suggestion, put it in the comments below, and if you like what someone says, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, propose your own suggestion, and maybe someone will vote for that. But whichever one gets the most votes, that's what we'll come back and do. Or we'll just change things up and mutate 2 moves together like we did this time. You never know what you're going to get when you submit your suggestions to watch it played. But, till the next time, thanks for watching.